So this is going to be a really quick, brief introductory of the differences between Boss Bottled Eau de Parfum and Boss Bottled the original from the 1998 release. This one is the 2020. I'm pretty sure that's it. Let me have a look. Yeah, this one was released in 2020, and this one was released in 1998. Did I say 1999 before? I don't know. I short-term memory, bro. But anyways, so the main differences between these two is quite, I guess you could say, quite vast. Now, the difference being these two are very much taking different steps into the Boss Ball DNA, but they smell very similar in an aspect of it. They're still in the same family, you know? Like this one, when you smell it, you can tell it's a Boss Ball fragrance. You know, it does have that DNA, like, because they both share apple and cinnamon. They both share a spicy kind of undertone, and they both share a like mixture of these notes. So this one was kind of like the original Lost Ball, let's put that aside. This was known for its like apple pie masculinity to it, apple and cinnamon, and then you have all those woods mixed in with it, and then the florals. So it's quite an interesting, complex fragrance, very sophisticated kind of smell without being too, overbearing, which is really nice actually. The new Eau de Parfum still has that, but I feel like this one has less sophistication to it. Like when you smell it, it smells like it has more sophistication going for it, but it's not necessarily more like sophisticated. There's less notes in here, but side by side, they're definitely super super similar. And a lot of people will say, no, they're not. Well, I get where you're coming from, but that's because some people are like over sensitive to spicy notes. And when the first time I smelled this fragrance, it was in the shops, and it was a tester. I don't know if it was bad or it was a fake, but it came across so much more spicy and nutty. It was like savory almost, and I was like, "What am I smelling? What is this?" You know. But I got this one from Amazon, and it's just like everyone has says it is. It's not really savory and spicy, so I don't really get what happened back then. But this one has the it's basically replacing all of the, I guess you could say, the retro complexity of this, because this is pretty dated. Let's be real. Like it smells modern, but it does smell a little bit dated. It has that carnation flower. It has that, you know, all of those. I forget what's in it, but there's something. I think there's olive tree in it as well. But just the combination of these notes in this fragrance, compared to this is like more dated. Definitely, this one smells so much more modern. So, okay, let's get into it. 3 minutes in, and we haven't talked about how they perform. So, no perform, how they smell. So let's get to it. Let's spray this, and let me show you how it smells. Well, I'll tell you how it smells. A blast, a smooth blast of apple, cinnamon, and chestnut. Super nice. It's sweet. It's warm, and you have black pepper and cardamom as well, and that kind of gives it that new modern sophistication. Whereas this one is more inclined to apple and cinnamon with florals and woods. So it's a little bit more lighter, a little bit more deep, I guess you could say. Not deep in terms of like the smell, but there's more going on in it. There's florals, there's more woods, there's more aromatics. Whereas this is kind of more focused on the sweeter side of things and the spicier side of things. But there is still some aromatics in this. Actually, reading the notes, no, there isn't. Not much. Like maybe the cardamom, but that's a spice. And it says it has musk, and I can totally see the musk, but it's more of a base layer as most musk is. But there is noticeably more bergamot in this as well in the opening. But yeah, the opening of this is going to be apple, cinnamon, and the chestnut. So it's slightly savory, slightly warm. The chestnut comes across woody. It's not really woody anymore, just vibes of woodiness. And then you have the cardamom and the black pepper to give it that spicy like undertone, that spicy envelope. So it's much more modern, much more interesting. Whereas it also has a weird kind of bright effervescence to it. Maybe it's the musk and bergamot. I'm not too sure, but there is like a slightly sour, slightly kind of cold, cooling aspect to it, like a menthol, like camphor or something, or eucalyptus even. But it's not overbearing, it's just there and it's weird. Whereas this is just much more simple, much more refined, but it's more complex at the same time because there's more woods, more florals, more of a picture is being painted with this one. Whereas this one, like I said, much more just linear. It's smooth, spicy, modern. That's really what it is. But if you put them like side by side and compare them, I guess you could say most people are going to call this one more sophisticated. And I do get that. It depends on what you mean by sophisticated. If you mean sophistication with the smell, yeah, this definitely smells more up class, more, new, modern. And this one smells more like, oh yeah, Boss Bold. But in technical speaking, more is happening in this than this. This has the florals, the woods, the apple cinnamon, the aromatics, and the weird, oak moss. It's weird. But this one, more straightforward in what it's trying to do. Now, I would say these two are quite comparable, but the new Eau de Parfum honestly could have been released like as its own thing. They could have totally called this something like, I don't know, Boss Bottled. I'm not too sure. Maybe Boss Bottled. Man, there's so many words to call it. Like unlimited isn't really unlimited. Tonic, I guess Cognac Night. Oud Saffron. I guess you could call this something like Boss Bottled. Man, I'm bad with names. I'm really bad with names. But something along the lines of like more dominant, more present, more kind of bam. I'm here. But this one's still good. I really like this one. Out of the two, I still prefer this one. But this one's not bad. For the price you pay for it, it's actually kind of expensive. $100 for a 100 ml bottle compared to 200 mils for this bad boy. Same price, $100. Trying to find a good deal on it. Don't buy it full retail. It's not worth it, in my opinion. And yeah, it's really interesting. So that's it. That's pretty much it. That's all I have to say. I really want to give that my all. Like I said, this one more is happening. Less sophisticated smelling, but more sophisticated in the background. More is happening in this, but yet it comes across more, I guess you could say, simple, more calm, more smooth, more refined. This one is the new boy in town, super rugged, kind of like, yo, this is me, I'm modern, spicy, sweet, just more, it's interesting, this one. I love the juice color in it as well. It's really nice and brown. Alright, that's it. Thank you guys so much for watching. You're watching this on my Rivera Edgy channel, where I post all my unedited videos and just random shit. Nothing here is monetized, so I post a lot of copyright stuff. So if you like that stuff, you like copyrighted stuff, check out my channel. And I do actual fragrance reviews on my other channel, so you can check that out if you want. But yeah, this is Rivera Edge speaking. Thank you guys so much for watching this video and helping support my OCD facets on trying to compare these two, trying to get the most differences out of the two. Peace.